Okay, I just want to start by giving a demonstration of Domore Designer and the Automation Direct PLC. So I've installed it. There it is, Domore Designer. I'm using version 2.3. So you run this thing. There's a bunch of defaults you got to accept. I don't want to open up any of my existing projects. I want to go with a new project. So here's a new project button. I don't care what type of PLC we're using. Because we're going to be using a simulator anyway, so I'm going to call it My Project 1, whatever, and it comes up like this. Okay, you might get other results, you have to accept defaults, but anyway. Okay, either in edit mode. When you're in edit mode, you get these contacts and things to choose from. This is your palette of stuff. They call it a toolbox. And the simulator is here. Just click that and it starts up the simulator. So the simulator is in a different window. Okay, two windows on the bottom of the screen there. You see one is Domore Designer, one's a simulator. So these are the inputs and these are the outputs. So X's are inputs and Y's are outputs, and here we go. And oh, it says go on. You choose go online and view the disk project. That's the one I always choose. And yes, please continue. It's telling you different things that are issues. Sometimes it'll say you have to set the PLC clock. You just accept the defaults and it works fine. Okay, so I am ready to actually start writing something. So you just put your cursor where you want to put your contact closure, and I'm just going to say X0 and ignore all this stuff. It's just different various options for types of inputs and such. You can hit enter and it's done, or you could click the green OK button. I'll show you over here with the Y. So I'll go here with a Y0. That's going to be an output. So you can just click this X, this check mark right here, and that'll accept it as well. Close that. I don't care about all that stuff. And once again, it's easier if you just hit the enter key. Okay, so here's my input and my output. So you know, there's different things you have to learn. Like how do I insert a rung or add to this rung? You can go, where the heck is it? Edit. This is where you can do rung stuff. Split rung, merge, next rung, select. Yeah, so shift down. There you go. So if I want to go down at this point, just shift down arrow. Oh, that didn't work very well now, did it? Okay, I think it's control down arrow. Yeah, control down arrow. There you go. So if I wanted to put a latching contact in here, I could. But anyway, I'm not going to bother for now. I'm just going to accept what I've done. So you click accept. That gets rid of one of these bars, and we end up with another bar. These are telling you still have to do things like you have to save. So I'm going to save, and that's going to get rid of one of my bars. It's called My Project 1. And OK. And there goes one of my bars is gone. The only one left now is to download to the PLC. So right to PLC. And you can switch to run mode right away if you want, or you can manually switch to run mode after it downloads, okay? So there we go. It's going and sending down to the PLC. Yeah, sure, all status on. That means I'll be able to see what's going on as I make changes to my, as I push my inputs and outputs. So I think it's ready to go now. So I push the input, and the output comes on, and you can see it here. That's what status is. If you don't have status on, you won't actually see what's going on your source code kind of thing. So anyway, there it is. It's as simple as that. And if I wanted to, you know, make it a little fancier, I could now add. I'm going to add a X1 as a normally closed. You know, so I can do a typical. Oh, I got to go in edit mode. Yeah, I'm in edit mode. And there we go, X1 instead of X0. And I want it to be a normally, okay, I know, okay, I don't want to do it that way. Okay, yeah, stop showing that automatically. Okay, so I actually want it to be a normally closed. So I'm going to click there, normally closed, and I'm going to go X1, X1. So there's, oh, okay, how come you're not normally closed? Okay, I want to change that to a normally closed, and I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to actually just delete it. Press the escape key, delete that. Okay. All right, so yeah, whatever. Okay, so I want to insert a normally closed. So I guess I'll grab and drop, maybe. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. There we go. And I want it to be X1. Okay, finally. Woo, that was tough. Okay, so here's where I want to latch. I want to go down, so control down arrow. And in here is where I want to put in my Y0 latch, right? So that when Y0 is on, it'll latch that input, and the way I can turn it off. Okay, so that's your, what do they call a ceiling contact? Yeah. Okay, so I'm good. I'm going to accept. I'm going to save. I'm going to write to the PLC. And yeah, so you can slow this video down if I'm going too fast for you. But anyway, let's go to the PLC, walk over to the PLC, and push my buttons. And I'm going to push this one, which turns on my output and stays on even when I release it. And then X1 will be my my release contact, and that closes it off. So you can see down here, whoops, I'll just maximize the PLC, or bring it up here. And there's my X1, which turns on, or X0 turns on Y0, and X1 releases Y0. So there's a good demonstration. Now when you're done, you save. It's already been saved. So I normally exit the Designer program first, and then I exit the PLC. Okay, you don't have to exit the PLC. You could just leave it on if you're going to start up Designer again, but you exit the PLC after you exit Designer, and it won't yell at you. And anyway, so I'm going to show you more videos in a second.